In this episode of Cassius Tales, we spend some quality time on Salaam Yacht Club and make final preparations before our next offshore passage.
Welcome to Salaam Yacht Club in Tanzania.
Yacht Club is a delightful place to spend a few weeks. It's a hub of social activity, has good facilities, and gives a fantastic opportunity to resupply and relax. It also provides dinghy taxi service, which we frequently used and appreciated. As our long return voyage to South Africa was imminent, this was the last opportunity to tick a few remaining items on our to-do list. What's going on, Captain?
Okay, one of the top things we need to do before we leave to go to Richards Bay is to collect as much diesel as possible. I know we're a sailboat, however, if something happens to our boat and we can't sail anymore, i.e. demast, we can motor. I'll make sure I have enough diesel to get us all the way down to Richards Bay. 3,000. The price went up. Diesel is done.
How many litres?
We've got 80 litres of diesel, 10 litres of petrol for our generator, and we're nearly there. One of the items is ticked off the list. More to go.
Before we set sail for South Africa, I need to make sure I've got our communications sorted. When we're offshore, we use Iridium Go satellite phone for sending text messages and downloading weather forecast. Because we're in coastal waters for the past couple of months, we didn't want to spend money on the subscription, it's not that cheap, so we deactivated the SIM card. I've got a whole bunch of spare SIM cards though, so I'm just gonna go online to Predict Wind portal and reactivate a new SIM card, get us another subscription. Activating the SIM card is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Head for the Predict Wind satellite portal, enter SIM number and the satellite phone IMEI number and activate. We go with the unlimited plan as it best suits our needs. Activation complete. So all the way to South Africa, we're gonna have communications with shore and daily weather forecast.
I'm going to tighten up the fan belts and the water pump belt to make sure that they're all tight. There's a simple adjustment on the alternator. Belt's tight. Water pump belt. Nice. And the next part is I'm going to change or check the oil filters and the fuel filters and check the oil levels to make sure it's correct and also check the coolant. Firstly, we've got to check out the fuel filters, which is in here, in this cylinder. Holy cow, look at that. Look how terrible that is. That is not the way a fuel filter should look. I don't think there's ever been changed in a long time. I thought it had been changed, but obviously it hasn't. So we'll change that out for a new one. We'll also change the oil filters. Hopefully we don't have to turn these engines on while we're sailing, but if we need to, we have enough fuel to get us all the way to Richards Bay, and we have enough, well, we know that the engines are serviced correctly now, so we won't have any dramas when we turn the thing on. See you later and see you out there.
I bought more groceries.
More? Do we really need that many?
Better more than less. You know how it is when you go through all these remote islands and villages and there's not much there, there's no supermarkets. So whilst we're in Dar es Salaam, I figured, stock up.
Okay, alright, let's put them away.
Now, I think we have enough food to feed an army for a month. Or 2 of us for a week. we would have to sail approximately 1600 miles to reach Richards Bay. We planned for 2 stops along the way, Ilha Mozambique and Bazaruto, allowing us to manage fatigue, to repair and resupply, and to hide from southerly winds that make Mozambique Channel challenging and even dangerous. The first leg was relatively easy. Having left Dar es Salaam, we would sail to Mafia Island to have our passports stamped and get the outward clearance from the customs. Then we would go 20 or so miles offshore and head straight for Ilha Mozambique. The winds are light on this stretch, but this is where Mozambique current begins, which will stay in our favor for the rest of the voyage. Having cleared into Mozambique, we set sail for Bazaruto Island, have a couple of days rest, and wait for favorable weather conditions to continue south. The third and the final leg is the most challenging, as this is the stretch of water where the ferocious southerly winds meet Agulhas current. Wind against current creates for extremely dangerous conditions here, and we will need to wait for a northeasterly weather window before we can continue.
After being here for 3 weeks in Dar es Salaam, it's time for Cassius to move on. It's been an awesome time. We're off to South Africa, people.